What is good, TPA podcast? It's your boy Big Holla. We are back with another episode. I got some special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, it's your boy HeyStax.
Okay.
In the building.
Yes,
from
sir.
the north side. We back on the north side, cooling it.
You're from the north side?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to North Cross High School.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
How do you feel about like Atlanta growing right now, and the North really didn't like get its respect as like all the other sides of Atlanta?
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see the respect kind of grow a little bit, right? Like it's cool to see because people used to be clowning the North Side,
Facts.
Oh, you from Gwinnett? Like it'd be like a Gwinnett ass nigga. Like that was like a thing. Like relax, like
Facts.
Like chill out, you know. But I feel like now it's like, you know, it was one of those outer city things that, you know, now has its own identity, has its own culture. And big shout out to the Migos for real, for the Migos, Sunny Digital, people
Roscoe
like that.
Dash.
Roscoe Dash, exactly. 'Cause that's even more north. Yeah. So yeah, they really, we had some people out here that really, you know, put us on the map. Yeah, put us on the map for real. Like when you say that way in the north, like they know what we talking about.
Because it's crazy that like when the North that way was like a thing, Gwinnett was Atlanta, but apparently like people dropping songs that Gwinnett not Atlanta now. So I just found it funny. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I guess from like where you're from, you feel like it's scary, right? Or less safe, which in a sense it is, but in a sense it's not because everybody know each other, right? Growing up in Gwinnett, like it was some people that didn't look like us that didn't want us around. Like, so like speaking of danger, I felt safer over there, right? When we used to come over there and like be outside, y'all be cooking, I felt more comfortable there because at least I know like everybody know each other. As long as you respect each other, everything's straight. It's not like that over here. It don't matter how much respect you show to some people, like they don't want you here, right? So it's a different environment.
Right.
I think that's something that people didn't understand. So, but yeah, how did you feel about like the other sides of Atlanta being from the north side?
I felt like the west side was like, to me, because I was never really out there, but I got to experience it through the music, like listening to the Rich Kids and Shawty Low, like them were like people who I was like, now I'm the man song, and then just the Rich Kids in general. Like I was just like, I don't know, it just seemed so like fun to me, right? Like the west side just seemed like a place where just like, you know, in Gwinnett there was like you got a lot of other races that are involved and stuff like that. And Skylar. Come on, you just talking. You're not even talking to anyone. You just talking. So like, you know, in Gwinnett, it's like, you know, you got some black people, you got white people, but it's like a kind of like it's a mix, right? Yeah. I feel like from the outside looking in, I'll look at the west side and be like, yo, it's like a lot of black people over there. It looks like they like as you said, like they know each other, they fuck with each other, they kind of accept each other over there. Where like you in the Gwinnett, it's kind of like, as you said, it's like you got the sides that are just like not fucking with you. It's like, you know, and it's not just the white people, the other races too. It's like, because everybody's so
and it's even people that were black too, because like they feel like I pay money to be in a place, and like they are indoctrinated to believe that like this person doesn't belong, even though you look the same. Like how do you come to this conclusion?
It was a lot about money. That's what it is. It was the classism that was heavy in Gwinnett, because like you could go to the same school where, you know, rich people at, and you not rich at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from in North Cross, is a place called the Strip. And the Strip, it's like, the Strip was not the place. Like, you know, people would be like, oh yeah, you go to North Cross, you got money. I'm from the Strip. I'm from the Strip. Like, ain't no money. Like, it's apartments. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like no, bro. But you going to school, and as I said, like the money just separates everything. Like, you got people from different sides who's got different things going on. You could just feel that. Like, it didn't feel together at all for the most part. Yeah.
I feel like over the course of time, though, like people grow up. Some people that were like in the house, I was like an outside person. I was like outside enough to like see how people miscommunicated, but I was outside enough to also understand, like, okay, I see what you... I was in every sport. I played soccer, baseball, basketball, and football. So, like, I knew, like, all right, these people feel this way about these people, but it's just because y'all never met them. Like, if you met them, you will realize, like, y'all are the same.
Right, exactly. So, no, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
How'd you get into music?
So, like, with music, like, it's always been something I was interested in, right? Like, my dad, he went to school on a music scholarship to college, and I grew up watching him play the bass and stuff. Hey, hold on. Hey, sir. Look at the camera over there, right? Go over there. Say what's up.
That's how you say hey?
Say what's up. All right? And Daddy gonna finish telling this story real quick, all right? All right? Check in with him one time.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, say what's up.
What's up?
How you think Daddy got into music?
Good.
Okay. How you think I got into music?
Good.
Good. Yeah, that's cool. I got into it good. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So,
Say Skylar again.
My name is Skylar.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have some questions for you in a little bit.
We're gonna get you right, man. But that so yeah, my dad, he was into music. And then so we grew up like watching him like have his jam sessions and stuff like that with his homies. They would be recording and everything like that. And then my Skylar, I can't focus, sweetheart. You gotta stop. Just hold it down. This is my first time ever doing an interview with my kids.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's good because it shows like the reality of
Yeah,
like,
this
life,
is
people be trying to like, you know what I'm saying, make everything look perfect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gotta
So excuse me for having to restart the story over and over.
Okay.
So but yeah, so like my dad, he was like heavy into music, and like we just grew up listening to everything, honestly. Like anything from like Tupac to Tony Braxton, you know what I'm saying? Like just range, like. And my big brother ended up getting into rapping, right? And I just like always like I would be like reading his raps and stuff like that. But growing up, I was always playing football, always playing sports and everything. So I was kind of more focused on that. But I always was like just into music. Like, I mean, I broke up with a girlfriend of mine in 5th grade. Like my big brother wrote me a rap song to break up with her. She did me dirty. She was doing.
What'd she do?
Bro, she was like, all right.
It's like, look, I hear this story.
She was like she was just like, you know, I was just she was just messing around with other. We're in 5th grade. It's like, you know, as far as what is messing around would be, like just the over flirting and you was hugged up, you skipped class with this dude, like okay, and they coming back and telling me like, oh yo, shorty is wilding. I'm like, oh yeah, like okay. I went to my big brother Reggie. I was like, Reggie, we got a mission. I just got to break up with this girl and I got to do it in class. How we gonna do it? He said, write a rhyme. We got to write a rhyme. So I'll never forget. I came back after school that day. Me and him sat down on the kitchen table and started writing up a rap.
Dang.
I went to school the next day. I was like, Deanna. She was like, hey. I waited till some people got around. It was like cypher. Like I really had like a real rap battle with her, but it was one-sided. Yeah. She was confused at first. She was looking at me like, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm done with you.
Did y'all ever like speak after that, or like years later? Did y'all ever like talk about it?
Yeah, man. It was so childish. We were still cool about it. Like afterwards, it was like, I think she was honestly more impressed than feeling bad about it. Like, because I like popped out with the rhyme, like really, really popped out with it, and it was random as hell. But that was like my first like experience with like, dang, like I could say what I mean in a creative way, and like it's understood. You know, I could express some emotion through it like that. But when I really, really got into music was after football in college. And that's when I really kind of started like, all right, I'm done with like this thing I've been invested in my whole life. I could finally like transition into something else. And that's when I kind of started picking up with the music. That's
what's up. So what's your like dreams and aspirations with the music?
So with the music, I really want to do a lot of stuff like for more like movies, and I want to just build an aura around my name, kind of like, you know how like you could, like Sylvester Stallone has Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
And he could just build this character. That character, Rocky, is going to live forever.
Yeah.
But he could step back from it and be like, yeah, that's Rocky. And then he's just to keep doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to build this aura around HeyStax, and I treat my projects like movies, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of like classify them as like, you know, whether it's a drama or action, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, so as far as with the music, it's like, I hope to get to a point where I could get, you know, get the support that's necessary so I can make my music reach the world, because there is, like, deep down, like, my main message is to get people to just focus on themselves and let go of conditions and just, you know, like, just love on a level that, like, love is supposed to be understood and heard. And I feel like there's I have a lot of things I want to share, but I share it much better through the music than I do just by talking about it.
Okay, I got a question. All right, I've been waiting to ask somebody this. I think this is the perfect time to ask it based on what you just said. All right. So, what define love? Because I think I have the definition.
You think you had a definition?
Yeah.
That's good, because I need a definition. So, if I were to assume, if I were to go based off of love, I think love is just that the natural appreciation of like what feels right to you, you know, and like I feel like there's nothing that should stand in front of your natural appreciation of what feels right. Like that to me is what I think love is. Like if you feel like you appreciating something and this is like what matters to you, you might love that thing, you know what I'm saying, or love that situation, and on another day you might not, because you don't feel a natural appreciation for it.
I think the definition of love is the commitment to seek understanding. That's what I think it is. Like when you love somebody, you seek to understand what they say. And I think like a lot of times we're like, what we're taught what love is, where it gets misconstrued is like what you said, the appreciation. And a lot of times, and I've realized this, in my last podcast, I was talking to, was it the last one? It was sometime. I was talking to somebody, and I basically said, what happened? They said they don't want to know more about the person. Sometimes you appreciate what you do know about the person, but the more that you know, you understand that I never really, like, I like the image of what I thought you were, right? Instead of who you actually are. Right. That's why, like, sometimes in dating things get kind of, but now you're married to the idea of like who you are instead of like the momentum to understand who they are on a deeper level and try to find appreciation in that, right? So I think like that runs like a lot of the yeah. So that's what I think like love means to me. So I think like in relationships even, or they're okay, and this is why
that's
I need
deep,
people.
That's good stuff.
I need people to actually read the Bible instead of going to church, right? Because if you read it, it'll tell you that, because it tells you you'll never understand God, but if you continue to try to seek understanding, that's how you find love and that's how you find community. And a church is supposed to be community, not an actual physical place.
Amen.
Right? So if you seek understanding of those around you, y'all can all live in harmony.
Right.
Right? And it's up to you to make the choices to say, this is somewhere I really don't want to be because now I understand it to be this. Let me remove myself from that.
Exactly.
And then the good people will remove themselves from the people who don't seek understanding. They'll be left to themselves in hell, and everybody else will be in heaven while you're living. But church says, pay me and I'll tell you how to get there.
Amen. Bro, I'm telling you, we on the same, I fuck with it.
Facts.
No, dead ass. Like, 'cause I tell people all the time, like, you following Jesus. Jesus wasn't a Christian.
Yeah.
And if you seek to understand who Jesus even was or what the Bible is even about, you want to be rocking with your religion the way that you think you should.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Because you wouldn't judge people. It's crazy how people say, I have these beliefs because I'm Christian. When you should believe in understanding those around you. There's no core belief there. It's me understanding my environment, and this is how we can all work together by understanding each other. That's really the only belief.
And I love that you put that you tied love with understanding, because that is the huge part. Like, a lot of times what I talk about to people, and I speak on it all the time, is that I love without conditions. I don't want to be loved with conditions. I don't.
But the condition is, there is one condition.
What's that?
That if you force me to try to be somebody I don't want to be, I have to remove myself.
Amen.
That's the condition.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I can't do with.
Exactly.
And that's what I don't want to ever do to someone else.
Exactly.
It's like I appreciate you as you are, and I appreciate this as this is, and I appreciate what is here. Yeah. And there's nothing else about what it is that needs to make me like have to try to like repackage it or reformat it in my mind. Like, it's like, this is simple and this is what it is, and I like this and I appreciate this. There's no other way I need to condition my mind to like believe that I only have this because of something else or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type thing. But I like that you put understanding with it, because that is key. Like, that's huge. A lot of people don't want to understand. A lot of people just want to know.
Exactly.
They just want to know things. I just know this. I know that. I know this. But what do you understand about anything? You know that this is supposed to be this way. Stuff is, this has to be this way. This has to be that way. Those are conditions. Those are what your knowledge, just what you think you know. But as you said, understanding is like water, bro. Yeah. Like, understanding
that's why people make the metaphor that God is water.
Right.
Because what do people do in real? That's why the Bible is a book of concepts. Just like science is a collection of concepts, the Bible is a book of concepts. What do people do? How did Gwinnett get big? Do you know?
No.
Because that city they had up there at Lake Lanier, they flooded it. And now, instead of our water having to come from the west side of Atlanta, from the Chattahoochee, now we can bring water to the city from Lake Lanier. So now we can give water to those in Gwinnett County, and Gwinnett County can build without us have to pay those people over there. And where do people build houses? The most expensive houses are waterfront properties.
Water, yeah.
Because if I can stand between you and water, you got to pay me to survive. Because water is the thing, everything. When they look at other planets to see if there's life there, the first thing they look for is water. Yeah. So if I can place myself between what churches do, there's good ones, all right? There's good ones. I'm not saying all of them are bad.
Right.
But if I can place myself between you and hope for survival, then you have to give me everything I want, right? So it's the concept. People who read the Bible literally, I just think they don't have like the church is like gyms,
right?
Church is like a gym, or your community is your gym. The church should be your trainer. Anybody who knows, you don't need a trainer forever.
Right.
You just need a trainer till you learn how to work out yourself.
Exactly.
And then you know how to work your body. They're going to give you a regimen that's for your body, and then you take that and you build on it. And everybody's regimen is not going to be the same. Some people low carb diet, some people heavy weights. Everybody's thing is going to be different.
Right.
But when you look at it as the concept, people are arguing over words, and that's where all disagreements come. How people understand words. So if y'all seek understanding in each other, nigga, like everybody would be able to.
I'll let Sade tap in on this. Sade, remember we just spoke about that yesterday.
Yeah.
I said there's 1,000 ways to say fuck you.
Exactly.
There's 1,000 ways that could feel. Like you could say fuck you one way, and that can mean so many different things based off of, or 1,000 ways to say anything. It's all about how do you understand where it's coming from? Like where are we emotionally intelligent enough to understand what people are giving, where is it coming from? You know what I'm saying? So that's real, bro.
Because like we look at it like, look at animals, bro. Like animals are able to communicate with each other without using actual words. Well, we can't understand the words, but they know.
Right.
Dogs know which dogs they scared of. Gazelles know when it's a lion and when it's a different animal they don't gotta be scared of. They peep the body language. There's some animals who have defense mechanisms. They smile, they make their teeth look big so I don't have to hurt you. Because if I hurt you, then you're gonna have your collection of animals come war with our collection of animals. If everybody just understood everybody, then we won't have that problem.
That's real.
Right? So Yeah, man, it's crazy.
That's real, no. That's that's real though, man.
But like I be thinking like, cause I really be in my room by myself thinking like, what is the meaning? Like why am I able to sit down with people and get to depths to about them and nobody else can? It's because everybody pretending one.
Facts.
But once you can look past the pretending, you know why they're pretending. People will shun people like you're faking, you're lying. But why though? Because everybody does it to an extent. Things happen when you were a kid and you tried to build defense mechanisms and nobody tried to look deeper like into, all right, you don't have to put them defenses up because I'm not that type of person. They just keep running into those types of people. That's why you have to remove yourself. There's people, I've had plenty of friend groups and I've had people survive in my life from certain friend groups. But there's some friends, I'm never looking back.
Exactly.
I love myself too much. And I understand myself too much to ever let you come into my life. So you're done.
Right. No, facts, man. That's like, I love this one song, Foster the People, right? It says we're locked up in ideas because we like to label everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that line is just always is so true. Like, people put people in boxes. And so as a kid, as a child, you see that. So something might happen, and you correlate it with whatever that might. So let's see if we could let's see if I could explain this properly. So say you might, something might happen. It might be an attribute. It might be an attribute of a bigger label.
Yeah.
Right. So say for example, if somebody is really quick, right, and that's an attribute of a football player, but that's also an attribute of a soccer player. That's also an attribute of all these other things.
Yeah.
That person might be really quick, but they might get labeled as a sport. I'm just giving an example, right? So they grow up the rest of their life trying to mold themselves to be into that label, that whatever that label they caught. So they might have caught the label of a football player, and because they were quick. And the rest of their life as a child, the rest of their life, they're like, oh, I'm quick. I'm supposed to be a football player. Then they start thinking, all right, I'm a football player. The rest of their life, they're molding themselves to be this football player. But it's because of those labels, like, whereas like the person couldn't just see themselves as just being quick. Yeah. You know, and just see it as just like this is just an attribute I have, and build my own person. There's so many models to follow. So many models, so many labels to be like.
But you know where the real models come from?
What?
This is why people who believe in religion, science, spirituality, y'all all believe the same thing. Y'all just using different words. Right. And once y'all understand that, like the real model is nature. Nature will teach you. If you look how the reason Jay-Z, listen, I'm about to expose you, I'm sorry. But the reason he calls himself an iguana, what do iguanas do? Iguanas can go into places and camouflage themselves and just watch. And now I can see, okay, that person, this animal is warm with this animal because of this, so I know how to format the way I carry myself, right? That's why he calls himself the iguana. Or like Queen Bee. The way bee colonies are set up is that if everybody is here to protect the woman, right, this society will always continue. That's how they set up their structure. Everybody do think because you're who gives life to this community. Right? So if everybody structures around keeping you like on a pedestal, the idea of the one who gives life on the pedestal, you'll always survive. Right? What's another animal? Because ants do the same thing as bees. That's why they have the queen ants and the queen bees. Right. Because this is how our colony is gonna stay alive.
And you know, in the Bible, they even mention they talk about the ant group and saying it's the strongest people system. It's the strongest people system because of how they work and how diligent they work and how well they work together. And it's like, I'm gonna take it on a little, like, go a little deeper with it. Do you think it's important for us to like? For people on some like, you think it's important for people to understand their animal group? Yeah. To understand, like, to be able to look at another animal maybe and be like, these are the type of animal. This is probably the type of animal I kind of relate to or something like that.
Because we all derived from the environments that we came out of. We learned when people talk about my ancestors taught me. One, depending on the wording, it's the same thing.
Right.
There's this thing
right.
called cellular memory, right? So I went to this cave and there was like a little coin thing in there, right, where you could throw pennies in. The salamanders used to drink from that thing, but since the pennies eroded and iron got in there, right, iguanas stopped because they was getting sick. So now their offspring know not to go there without even knowing why they shouldn't go there. So like when you go outside and you start to understand, that's why Lupe Fiasco's new album, Drill Music in Zion, the intro, she's like how lions in Zion became alley cats. Cats really be just trying to survive, and if they're fed, they don't need to kill nothing, right? But when you take away what they can eat, or you look at them as the enemy, now it's survival of the fittest. It didn't have to be survival of the fittest when everybody worked together.
Right.
But now that it becomes survival of the fittest, look, I can downsize to become a cat that walks through alleys until the one who is dominant, which is humans right now, till that dies out. Then we'll become these lions of this area. Right.
And I always said it. It's like no matter how people look at it, it's like I'm like, we look at pets, right? And then like. Skylar, you about to go to timeout. You hear me? Skylar. How about this, right? You see that little corner right over there? Stand over there for me. All right? No, Skylar. Get up. Skylar, go stand over there in that corner. Skylar. No. Skylar, go stand in that corner. All right? Stand right over there. Put your head in the... There you go. Just think about it. Just think about why you over there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I used to talk about this thing. I used to talk about this ideal, right? Where it's like we look at animals and we look at like having pets, right?
Yeah.
Having pet dogs, and it's like, okay, they taken away from their family. There's no place for them to just be wild and be what they really are. Like they wouldn't make it out here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's streets everywhere. There's everything. But it's like when I tie it into it, it's just like in a way, it's kind of in a different way. It's strange to me. It reminds me of like the concept, and I'm not just talking about just African American slavery, African slavery, just the idea of like the selling and trading of animals and stuff like that is like, we look at slavery and be like, oh, we mad at it, right? And it's like, I get that, right? Because especially when there's mistreatment and stuff involved. But it's like, we look at animals and like how we move animals and breed animals and sell this type of animal and take that animal away from their family and put them in a new home. And that they might be getting taken care of over there, but it's one dog and all these humans, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. It's just a funny concept to me. It's just something I just look at, and I look at it from a different angle. Like, is this not a little strange?
Yeah.
You know, like in a way.
I agree with the sentiment of the same thing, but it comes down to like what you decide to be your moral system, right? Your understanding of things. Me personally, I wouldn't have a pet. Like, it's not because I don't like pets. It's that like I think I could have a pet now because I would try to understand it. But you can't imagine like people want to talk about certain laws that they just overturned, right?
Right.
Like, which I think is wrong because people should have the choice.
Exactly.
Right? But don't you think that cat that just had a litter of kittens should have the choice to keep their children with them?
That's the part.
Because that's what's turning them into this.
Right.
Like, what you do is going to end up turning into you're creating the world that you're going to have to face. Right. Eventually, animals are going to want to survive.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And they're going to get the intelligence to do it.
Exactly.
And who's going to be at the forefront? People who haven't been outside, they know how to survive out there. Right? We don't.
Right.
So that you pull people out of this system that you thought you should have been scared of. But if you understand how to survive in it, you don't have to do the things that you thought you had to do.
Right.
So
right. No, yeah, that's the part. Like that's that like that's the part that's kind of just strange to me. It's like, bro, they have no rights for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, they don't really want to be these killers. But like,
exactly.
if you create a system of a means of survival for somebody, they're going to learn how to survive.
Got to. Yeah.
When you break down those barriers and they're gone, or they find out how to escape those barriers, they still have the same instincts.
Right.
Now, if they can find a way to survive that doesn't involve them becoming what they didn't want to be, then they'll do that.
Exactly.
And that's why people don't understand people, especially people who get out of poverty. They think like, dang, you sold drugs to get out of here. You shot somebody to get out of here. But you're shooting people to keep people out.
Mm-hmm.
You're facing the world you're creating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why if everybody seeks to understand each other, the real answer to all the questions is somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The middle ground for everything. And that's when people, the highest point of the pyramid is what point? The center. That's the only way you can get to where you need to be.
Right.
But like, as you branch out, and like, even the idea of a pyramid, like, or any, well, I want to say any 3D structure, but like, as the further you go out, the more space there is, and that leaves room for miscommunication, misinterpretation. But like, once you find the exact center of that pyramid, that's the highest point you could get. And that's the ideal part of society.
And it takes the balance from other angles to create that peak.
Exactly.
That peak can't be created without everybody else helping to make that side. Yeah, I like that. I really like that, because I think that's with all that we spoke about, I think that's the important piece, is to find how to find harmony, right? And understanding that a harmony doesn't work without a matching note.
Yeah.
Right? Without a note that complements it, there's no harmony without that. It wouldn't be a harmony. It'll just be a sound. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? It'll just be a note by itself. But it's like, I feel like us reaching our pinnacle, in general, whatever your tribe is, like, say if your tribe is you, your dog, your cat, and your bear, right? The only way that y'all are going to be able to reach a pinnacle, if that's your tribe, is through the understanding and leaning on it. And everybody's going to have to be working together in some way, somehow. Yeah. So even like with, say for example, like you and your community, you understand your community, you know what I'm saying? And your community understands you, and that's how y'all able to benefit from each other. It's because y'all had that understanding of each other. And I feel like that's a very, very important. I really like that as a definition of love. I really fuck with that. That's really, really dope. I know we got really into animals and stuff from that convo, but I like that. Like, that's dope, man.
That's why, like, I be telling people, like, and I think a lot of men are missing is women's input, right?
Right.
Because I grew up around a lot of women. People used to think the dudes assumed I was with the women for one reason, but I really, they people just like me. Like, what I can learn things from them. And what I learned is a lot of things are body language, right?
Right.
So I was learning how to talk from dudes and body language from women, right? So when I go out into the world, I'm watching how people are miscommunicating with each other, because guys think voice is the only thing that you communicate with. That's why when girls communicate with body language, they don't understand it. Like, sometimes when she make a face, it's not because that's her that hurt. Just how dudes will get louder when they feel hurt, girls will make a face when they feel hurt. But if you know how to read each other's language, like, you can, let me go back. Like, what do you think I'm trying to say when I say this? Or then you can dictate what you're actually saying to be more digestible for them. Right. And I just learned, like, that's how I learned how so many people just don't, and that's why I tell girls, there's nothing you could say to me, because I know you know how to talk because you learned how to talk from dudes. But I'm watching your body language. I know women, everybody uses both, right? But I know how to read body language. A lot of dudes, they don't, because they never interpreted how women's body language is. So you could tell me you like me, you love me, I don't care. I'm gonna watch you. You don't have to say nothing. Because that is the truth. People use words to confuse you. If I watch you, there's nothing, like, I don't even have to second guess.
Nah, facts.
What my actions are.
Facts. Like, I could feel you on that. Like, it's like, with me is more or less just the energy, like the aura. I could feel the aura. I could feel, like, if you fucking with me, or if you hear, or what you here for, or if you're confused of why you here. I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and maybe body language that might be a part of it too. But as you said, like, words can be used to confuse. Like, there's been so many times I've heard somebody just talk to me, and it's like they're trying to adjust my thought on what I know I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what I'm experiencing, and it's okay that I understand this. They might not like what is actually happening, or what I understand, or seek to confuse it with words, with language. And it's like,
I see people in real time, bro. People who want to be like, I don't want to say accepted by me because I don't feel like I'm that person. But there's people who want to be entitled to the fruits of my labor, right? Which is fine. Like, I don't care. I have a plentiful mindset. Like, my mindset is what gets me what I get. So I don't care about giving the things away. Right. That's why they say we should be like trees. But
right. I
like,
feel that.
I could hear somebody say something like, they'd be like, "How do you feel about this?" And I'll give my honest opinion. And I could tell in their face, like, you're catering your answer to match mine. It's a coping mechanism to fit in. Everybody wants to fit in. Because you can either be liked and like, or you can be unlike and unliked. That's the only two.
Right.
But if you're going to be like to be liked, you have to understand you're not going to be you.
Exactly.
You have to be unlike.
Exactly.
But you have to accept the unlike that comes with it.
Of course.
And stand on that. And people who seek understanding and have respect, they'll respect your boundary. Of you being you. But if you look like everybody else, now I'm gonna treat you like everybody else.
Of course. And that's, I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing that I fuck with so much about my music too. Yeah. It's like, I'm honest as fuck in there. And there's shit that when honestly, it's very vulnerable for me to even play my music in front of people sometimes, because it's like, I'm about to let you know my mind for real. And you might not fuck with what I'm thinking. You might not fuck with what I'm saying. It's scary sometimes. But it's real. It's me. I can't, like, I gotta be like go hard for that. Because that's going to be the only thing that's going to carry me. Because if I go and I ride a coattail of someone else, and I make it to the top there, and I ain't got that coattail to ride on no more. Now I'm gone. Ain't nothing else to. I wasn't standing on me. I was standing on the next nigga or the next concept, and that's just like, learned a long time ago that that's just not. That's not you. There's no success there. Like, there's no success there, and you can't be appreciated for yourself. You will only be appreciated second to whatever you're copying, or second to whatever you're.
That's why people always hit me up like, why don't you collab with such and such more? Because, like, when we're together, that's what we do. But we still are building separate pillars of our communities.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
They're a pillar. I'm building my own pillar. I'm not going to attach my whole pillar to them just so I could seem bigger, right? I know their mission could have took 2 years. My mission could take 10. I'm fine with that because they're going to reach the pinnacle of their success. I'm gonna reach the pinnacle of mine. And those will stand as information to teach everybody else. Every tree not the same size, but each tree could teach you something.
Hey man, no, that's real.
So
that's real, and I like the tree analogy because it's like, got to be deeply rooted into something. You got to. The tree don't stand tall without deeper roots. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
I read this thing called watched this documentary called, I said I was gonna stop mentioning this, but Fantastic Fungus on Netflix, right?
Okay.
And it says how, like, humans love to believe we're the most intelligent being on the earth, which is not the case.
Which is bullshit.
Earth is the most intelligent being on the earth.
Yeah.
And the same way our brains are wired.
That's real. I ain't never heard that. That's good.
Fungus is wired the same way as our brain underground. So, like, say, like, that's why people say my ancestors told me to leave you alone. That's not necessarily wrong, right? But how to word it to somebody who knows science is like, how could you word it to something? So what the fungus underground will do is they'll take something like berries, right? There's this bush that grows berries, and there's this mammal that eats berries. They don't eat meat, they eat berries, and they eat it. And those animals keep dying right there. They die, that information goes back down to the earth, It's absorbed by the fungus. The fungus say, let's take this bush and move it a mile away. So now these tigers that are in this pride right here that want this land, we're going to move this bush here so these mammals could continue to survive. If the lions spread out, they'll take the bush, move it even further over the course of time,
right.
generations. So eventually they'll be at a place where it's safe for them to exist, and the lions will eventually die out. Those who commit treachery will always eventually die out. Because that information is going back into the earth, teaching the ones who are more passive to like move away, and then there's nothing for them to eat after.
No, that's real.
Because you're so this is my area. I'm not giving it up. When you could just live in harmony with what comes through it.
Facts.
So
Facts. No, that's real.
Even with water, with God, the waves of water, like if you go with the flow of what's going on, things will pass. Like a buoy in the water, a wave will come, it'll rise, it'll sink, but it will still stay afloat. That's what you have to. You just have to be stationary and understand what's around you, and you don't have to move.
Exactly.
People move because they're scared of their neighbors. That's why. If you stop being scared of your neighbors and go outside and talk to them, you realize like, I got a cousin just like you. You know, you're not that different. Or my son is just like you when you were little. Right. And you'll learn those things and you won't be scared no more. You realize I don't got to spend money to run away. But they give people money so they can't run away because they're probably doing things that, you know what I'm saying?
Or as you said, too, that information could be telling someone that they need to go. The information that's in the... True. It could be telling someone like... Gotta slide. Because... what's the information that I'm receiving naturally is letting me know that this doesn't support the growth of what there's something in this vicinity that wants to prevent the growth of where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? That could be some of the information that's in there as well too. Just depends. But as you said, it's going to be up for you to understand that in a conversation you could probably understand. You probably don't understand anything before that conversation, or don't understand what it is you're trying to. What it is you're trying.
But if you go look, you'll be able to judge for yourself.
Exactly.
That's why they say you have to see it to believe it.
Right.
You gotta go see the person to see if this is the right person. Because everything else is a defense mechanism. And I will tell anybody this. Humans forgot what real fear is. That's why they scared of everything. What if my picture don't get likes? What if, you know what I'm saying, I get bad comments? This is fake fear, first of all. Go outside. You don't even got to be inebriated. Just go outside and sit in the dark, like in near wilderness, and listen to what goes on in the woods. And you'll be like, that's scary. All right? Right. And you'll start to fear things in the world. Like if somebody getting a roasting battle with me or something, like I don't care about none of that.
Exactly.
Because like you can't hurt. There's this. None of this is real. This fear that you're trying to. I know if I stay respectful, like everybody's time's gonna come one day, and my respectfulness, I'm not gonna push you to a level where you feel like you want to do that to me, because that's not who I am. Right. You would have to want to be an evil person to do something to me.
Exactly.
And by the time you get there, I'm gonna probably have moved anyway.
Exactly. You're gonna feel it. And then another thing too, I always say two things that kind of like you mentioned. One of the things though is like fear and respect go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like literally, like people might just respect something so much or care so much about something, and that's why they scared if this picture's not gonna get liked or not. You got too much respect for the gram. You respect the gram too much, but like
have some respect for your life.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Does the gram respect you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what? Like, are you respected? Are y'all working together to build a pinnacle? Are you and the gram actually really working together to build a pinnacle? Like, what are you working with to build a pinnacle? And I feel like that's the thing that like we'll experience more genuine fear and fear that actually matters. Because fear is a good thing to have. It's a great thing to have, but it has to correlate with the stuff you respect. And you got to question yourself on, like, if you're scared of if you got to start asking yourself, like, damn, why am I even scared of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if the only reason why I should be scared of this, it should be benefiting me. This fear should be benefiting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear gunshots, like a couple feet away from you, it's like, I need my life. I need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gunshots right there. Like, I hear gunshots right there, multiple, and it's not stopping.
Yeah.
You're scared of that because you want to protect your life. You leave.
There's certain traditions that, like, mental warfare is a real game. All right.
Right.
And I didn't notice this until, like, recently. I don't know how true this is. I have to look into it, so nobody take this as, like, the law. But, like, I started to realize, because I know PTSD is a real thing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I always wonder, like, why certain states banned fireworks. Why would you? Who cares? Like, who cares? But, like, if you have a area that fought with that style of we're going in, it's war.
Right.
If you move people in there that start popping fireworks, you can expose to all the people who have knowledge of what happened, because their PTSD is gonna start going off, right? And now we can single out, because I started to realize that now, like, even I don't think Gwinnett has ever been a bad place, or Atlanta has been a bad place, but I have realized that there are some people who celebrate all the time, right? Because that's their tradition. But why? Nothing happened for no reason.
Right.
Everything happened for a reason.
Right.
So, if they're out here popping fire, like, what are they trying to do, right? Like, and you gotta think, people move to Atlanta, and what's on the news right now? Atlanta's very dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But because we need y'all to stop coming here so we can build the infrastructure for ourselves,
Right.
or even have the infrastructure to not have to kick everybody out of our city as fast as we, like, y'all are making it happen.
Right.
So when you take that into account, somebody move here that's been, Atlanta's a bad place, I'm gonna move to Gwinnett. You get to Gwinnett and you're sitting in your house reading a book on your back patio and you hear fireworks go off. You're like, oh no, there's really guns around here.
Right.
But you don't know the difference.
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to go see. Sometimes there's some people partying down the street.
Right.
But since you're so scared of, like, what you've been taught to believe, you don't even go check. You just move.
Right.
Most of the time, I'm like, I was telling my broadband, I was like, bro, I was sitting on the back porch chilling. That's when I learned that being in the dark, like, and listening to what goes on in the wood. When I started to hear fireworks, I was like, I think that's that party at that. We got, like, this thing called Santa Fe Mall. Like, the Hispanic culture, they come together, pop fireworks, have bands, they be going crazy. It's nothing to be scared of. But I had somebody over here one day that heard the firework going off. There's like, oh no, I'm not moving over here. I'm like, that's fireworks. Like, what are you?
Right.
Gunshots and fireworks sound so different.
Sir, no.
My man investigating.
Come here. Come here. And no, that's real though. That's real, man. Like, we had you know the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
You know the difference. It was sad. It sucked, man. We heard a homie get shot.
Yeah.
And killed. We heard it. We were eating Chipotle, and you just heard the 2-3 gunshots, bro. And you heard the shallow one. You heard the shallow, like, the ones that didn't, like, go, like, you know what I'm saying? You heard it not miss.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, all the information in my body was just like, all right, protect them, right? Put them away. I know somebody got shot, though. It was like, we find out the next day it's someone that we both know.
Yeah.
Dead, bro. But it's like, but as you said, though, I can hear fireworks and know what fireworks are.
Yeah.
But you have to know
what gunshots
sound like first.
Because if they tell you what gunshots sound like,
you can easily mistake it for fireworks.
You can easily mistake it for fireworks. But if you know what gunshots sound like, you're not gonna be scared of them no more. Or it's not that you're gonna be aware.
Exactly.
This isn't that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's funny too. I always tell people it's more important to, like, see what you can see with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Than what it is you can see with your eyes
open.
That's
why I say walk by faith, not by sight.
Exactly, man. Because it's like with it's easy to want anything that we see with our natural eye.
Yeah.
While it's open.
You want to know why? Because your brain can only go backwards.
Right.
Your brain can't go forwards. So it's using your senses to try to go forward, knowing everything it knows going backwards.
But see, that's when the eyes are open.
Yeah.
But when your eyes are closed, you do the exact opposite. But you can only do it with things that you truly desire.
Yeah.
Once when you close your eyes, all the random ones disappear.
Yeah.
You can't see it anymore. Like, is weird as shit. Like, but you can only see the stuff that you truly, truly desire. And so that's why it's funny when it's like, you know, we mentioned the Bible is like, yo, I forget the exact scripture, but it mentions about giving your heart's desires, right? But you can only
you can't become a slave to the desires, though.
No, you can't. No, of course, it's a balance.
Yeah.
It's the
sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what we intaking and what we're projecting has to have some form of balance.
For sure.
But in the world that we in right now, where it's intaking is watching content, intaking. We watching stuff. We don't consciously enough project. And I don't think that we don't do it as much as we should.
Yeah.
And, you know, except because we go to sleep and that'd be the only time that we really get it. And it's funny, like, you know, in every religion, you close your eyes when you pray, but nobody really, we don't think about the attribute of just closing your eyes while you meditate on something that's important to you.
Church is a trainer.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and as you think about the Muslims and do it 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And it's like, your focus, man, like the amount of focus that creates for you just to close your eyes and recenter yourself and think about the type of person you want to project and the type of person you're seeking to be. Like is power. It's very powerful, man.
Yep. I've been trying to tell people, y'all gotta, but I feel like COVID gave people, at least in Atlanta, the ability to slow down without coming to a complete stop. Right. Because listen, I'm sorry, government, we ain't closed.
Nah.
But but it slowed the world down. And like just how you said, that's why I could never understand like the girls who I dated, why it was such a one-sided relationship, right? It's because that's what their relationship is with social media. Like, and that's when Kanye say Instagram got your, you know what I'm saying? It's because they get everything that they want from social media, right? But they never give the things they need to social media, right?
Right.
And I've been a content creator my whole life. Like I had cameras before there was an internet to give me what I should put on camera. So I was already doing stuff like that. I was writing music before. I had a radio, but like my parents always controlled the radio. Right? We had cassette tapes, CDs, stuff like that for road trips. Other than that, I don't remember playing the radio like regularly. So like when I was able to control what was digested in me, I know I give thousands of hours of content to the internet every month. So when I see things come from the internet, I'm able to filter through it because I know what I put out is out there somewhere. I just got to find my way to it. But if you never put nothing into it, everything looks the same. Right. So, yeah.
That's a perspective.
And I feel like that came into my relationships. That's why my relationships were so give with no receiving because Instagram got you. You're done.
And do you think that it made it easier for you to kind of like... It made it easier for you to like kind of get caught up in the giving because as you just said, like
that's naturally who I was. But at any point, people move subconsciously most of the time. But eventually, your conscious is gonna catch up. Right. So that's why I said the brain always goes backwards. So as like things that we're going through starts to become my past, I'm able to see it for that. Right. So now I'm able to properly digest what we did in that moment and say, this don't look right. Right. And now I'm able to adjust.
And that's exactly what I was saying. It's like that's what made it okay for however long it was okay because you're a giving person. So it's like it probably took you a minute to realize that because that's just the mode that you're in. Like I'm giving thousands of hours of content a month, right? That's if you're able to do that, you're just a giver, right?
Exactly,
so it's like it might be hard for you to tell that you might not be receiving as much.
Yeah, but I'm gonna realize eventually, like YouTube, I gave 5 years to YouTube. 3 really serious years to YouTube. And I can see when I look up and look back, I say, this is the right path I'm on. Because I walked by faith, not by sight. My relationships, I gave 3 solid years to my relationship. I look back and be like, this don't look like this is
exactly.
This doesn't look like I thought it looked at the beginning, so maybe this ain't the road I need to be on. And then I'll cater my character to that. And eventually, like when they give it, and I never advise people to make unrational decisions off a spur of the moment. Sometimes I'll change, like, let me dial the giving back to see if like it's recognized and we can fix it. But when the giving gets dialed back, it's like, oh, this ain't now it's not for you because you're not getting as much. And I can't compete with the world.
Right.
Your woman is supposed to be your world, not, or your partner should be your world. And what I mean by that is when you refer back to God or the Bible, he picked earth for us. He put all his creations here, right? And let them nurture into what they became. That's what your partner should be. They should be your world. You don't have to give them the world.
Right.
That's not what you have to do. But when people are used to getting everything, right? They want you to give me the world, give me the moon, the stars. Like, I'm not competing with that.
The thing is, like what you were saying about like how being the world multiplies.
Exactly.
Right? And it multiplies investments.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you invest, I always say intimacy runs as deep as the investment.
Yep.
So it's like, if I'm investing into this world needs to be making returns for me.
The only thing that you can invest in that will continue to multiply is your mind. That's why I be telling dudes, do not listen. Especially, I stay away from like certain people's having conversations on a real level with certain people's girlfriends, because I know once she hear me talk, she's never talking to you again. Because I know dudes that I don't like. All I got to do is talk to their girlfriend and show them like, dang, I felt like I grew. Like your head is like a pot growing a plant. And once they figure out the water I got ain't the water you giving, they're gonna want that water. But I'm gonna be gone, and now you're gonna be left in turmoil from somebody knowing what it feels like to really be watered and nurtured by somebody.
She's gonna be thirsty.
Exactly.
She's unquenchable.
Exactly. So like when people be
can't be quenched. Exactly.
Yo, when I be with like some. And I learned this in school because like dudes would use like their size, their stature, their athletic ability, their sexual prowess as a way to control women. I didn't need to do that. I was able to hang out with all the women because like I don't withhold information from them. Y'all be pretending in front of them so y'all could get them.
Right, right.
All you got to do is show like I'm gonna help you grow just like I help grow myself. And once people see you will do to me as you want done to you, they'll gravitate towards you.
Facts.
Then everybody wondering like, yo, Holla, where the hoes at? I used to tell them like, the girls who mess with me, they not gonna mess with y'all.
Facts.
Cause y'all not them people, bro.
No, that's real. That's real shit though. Nah, that's so. I could relate. It's like I could relate to that. Like I could relate to that, and like even just growing up, high school was just like that. It's girls I'm not even doing nothing. I'm not even stunting them like that. These are people I'm genuinely cool with, and people be like, oh, bro, she don't want you, bro. Yeah. You gotta do more. Like your mind, where you at right now, and like it's not enough to maintain. Right. It's just
and
not.
I be trying to tell them, bro, like don't come like, and it's not like I'm protective of them because like they really be my homies. Yeah. She is going to run you, right? Like into the ground. Right. You're not there. Exactly. Like, because of once I teach people how to navigate the world, that's why you gotta be careful who you teach, because people can do evil things with that, right? Like if I teach you how to read people's mannerisms and what they really mean when they say things, then you can manipulate the situation, right? And like there are some people who are bad. That's why like some of my friends, people talk about Geminis all the time. I'm like, I understand, because like I could be a terrible person if I wanted to. Right. I could tear people's lives apart, but I choose not to, because like I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me.
Is that and plus like anybody who gains success by bringing other people down will only be brought down eventually. Exactly. If you gain success by building people up, you have no choice but to be brought up.
Everybody thinks the crab in a bucket is crabs pulling them down, but what if the crabs are pushing each other up? It's perspective. Right. You think, and the fact that you think it's crab in a bucket pulling each other down lets me know I don't need to be around you. Right. Because you're pessimistic. Optimism is saying the crabs in the bucket are pushing each other out the bucket. They got one at the top, two under him, push him up, three, like cheerleaders. Right. Like look at cheerleading. You make a pyramid. People give the credit to the one at the top, but y'all all win the trophy.
Exactly.
So yeah, I be trying to tell people, bro. But that's why all I do is listen. Let people talk. There's people on this podcast. I'll be talking to them. And like, I know you lying to me. Well, I'm gonna just let you keep lying. Like,
Right.
like, it's not my place, because there's certain things people say that like, that don't, good people wouldn't say that. But now I know. So I'm gonna just
tell me what do you think a good person is?
Somebody who does onto others as they will want done to them with the best of their ability. Got you.
Okay, cool.
And
cool.
a bad person is a person who is going to get what they want to the best of their ability, even at the detriment of others.
Okay, that's a good definition of that too. That's a good definition. Because I always be like, one person's good might not be another person's good. One person's bad. But I always believe that just like that, adding any type of like bringing down people is never the way. Yeah, that's just never. That's the sin. Yeah, bringing people down. Don't do shit to bring people down. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, even on competitive levels, right? Like, it's like when I was talking to homies. I gotta be the best. I'm like, you might be limiting yourself. I gotta be number one, is what he's saying. Yeah, I'm like, you might be limiting yourself by just only being number one when you could just be in. Because number one means that you are basing your success based off of having a number 2 and a number 3. Yeah, and a number 4.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly. But if you could just be your greatest. Yeah. You
just be better than you were yesterday.
Exactly. That's all you got to do. And the amount of success that you might achieve might surpass whatever you thought that number one could be. You know?
What's crazy is when I started my YouTube, there was somebody who had more subs than me. And I was like, I'm going to pass them in subs. Pass them in like 3 months, right? And they have been doing YouTube for like 2 years. So I'm like, and then once I did it, I was like, I don't really need to set people as milestones, because like, all I got to do is make my content. If you would have told me in 2015 or 2017 when I started YouTube that like in 2022 you will have 180,000 subs on one channel, 40,000 subs on another channel, and beginning a podcast that's making money, I would have been like, I don't know, maybe like 30K. I'll probably have like 30K by then, but I don't know. Yeah. So, but I'm also a person, I never really get caught up with the destination. Just take the next step. Like, and I think that like the Squid Games, I think that's what the idea is, and that's where patience comes in. People fear that the past is going to catch up to them before they figure out the future, and that fear will drive people who don't walk by faith through life very quick. So like when you take like the glass game, right? Until that timer got down, nobody was concerned about getting across. They were trying to make sure the person in front of them took the step first, so they knew they made the first step, right? So sometimes in patience, if you take that analogy, like if you wait, then people who are rushing through life, they're gonna step, okay, that's not the step, this one's the step. Because sometimes the right step and the wrong step look the same. Right. But those people rushing, you be patient that you're moving through life fast enough. Stop rushing. You're moving fast enough. But it's hard for people to realize that, because tomorrow always comes. Right. But when you look at it as tomorrow gets to come, but I can look back, like I'm 28. I can look back 27 years now. I have 27 years of evidence. So it's going to take 27 years for the past to catch up to me. Right. And when you think about it like that, tomorrow's not really that big of a deal. Because look how many times I made it to the next day. Right. So. Right. Yeah. That's real. Yeah, let's get into like some of the spicy stuff though. You know what I'm saying? You ever been cheated on? Yeah. Well, besides the 5th grade, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, yeah, I have. Go ahead, give me your cheating story, bro. What happened?
Have I ever been cheated on? Let me think. I know I have. Hold on. Yeah, damn. I'll be like just like erasing shit. Yeah. But so I'm having to go back into my like trash bin and return it to the spot. I've been cheated on. Okay. And I found out how much I was getting cheated on after
that's crazy.
We broke up type shit.
Did it bother you?
I was relieved to just know. Yeah. But I found out after we already done. Now, at the time, I was in high school when this happened. No, it was my high school girlfriend, and I was in college already. So she was a senior, I was a freshman, and Yeah, but I guess throughout our relationship, because we had dated for a minute in high school, but that was like my first like time having, I was just lost in the sauce, bro.
Yeah.
I was lost in the sauce. And neither one of us were like really in no relationship position, but
facts.
we needed each other to soothe our insecurities. So
Exactly, yeah.
we were there for each other. We were there for each other. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she had a lot going on though, man. So she was like, she had her life was very already like strange and tough to that point. And I remember she had like some sexual stuff, like older people is like, so it was kind of like, I know that part of that validation for her was like, that was like her huge like validating place was sexual things. So when we finally broke up, like, cause we were kind of in that in between. You know when you're in that in between phase and it's still gonna hurt. Like you in the in between phase with a girl and it's like we not together but we are together. But you find out she fucking with someone.
See, I don't do that. I'm not gonna lie. The day we break up, you're dead.
Nah, he said we dead. You dead. Well, so the thing is, I'm like, what? I'm 18 maybe at the time, 18, 19. So we're at this place where we think we're working it out. Yeah. We're like supposed to be working it out. So we like working it out, whatever. That's why I wouldn't consider her cheating. Or that wasn't her cheating on me because we weren't together. Yeah, true. But we were still fucking with each other. And, we were in bed. And then when I woke up and it turned text from my phone vibrating, dude was like, hey, baby, I miss you so much, all of that. I was like, what? Like, when did y'all have time to develop this? Like, I was pissed, though. I was pissed. I kicked out. Yeah.
I think like girls that I've dated, I don't know concretely if they cheat on me, and I don't really care like if they did or not. But like looking back, like they probably, I know they did things they wouldn't want me doing for sure. Right. Like, so I really don't care. And that's why when we get to the breakup, like, that's why I tell people, if you pay attention enough, you'll know. Like, I know when I love things, I'm going to give a certain amount of energy to it. Right. And the fact that you're not giving that lets me know you're not as invested, and some of your investment is going somewhere else. Right. I mean, and to be honest, it's like when I found out, like her friends, because her friends stopped fucking with her too. Yeah. So I ran into her friends at a Waffle House. But the thing that was fucked up, it wasn't the fact of her cheating or her having this other dude. It's like, because she was so insecure about that and was trying to cover it so bad, it turned into this whole people would die to protect their secrets. Bruh, it was like that to the point of like she wasn't supposed to be spending the night at my mom's house, and I snuck her into my mom's place. So when I found out when dude texted her, I kicked her out, and I was like yelling at her and stuff. My mom heard it. It was like, what the fuck are you doing here anyway? So she leaves. When she leaves, she goes back home. Act like she goes into bed, and I used to have a key to their place because I was there all the time. She came to her parents' crib. Yeah, that's crazy. So she told me the story she told her mom was that I found out that her and the dude were talking, and I walked into the house and hit her, and so I ain't touched that girl at all. And I didn't find out that story until, because the next thing I was getting death threats and stuff like that, right? Her family was like talking about like killing me. So you, like, I would say, it was like, that's the part that fucked me up, right? And so that story that she had, she stood on that story. So even the dude called me, like calling me, and that was a mistake because at that point now it's like, I was gonna keep it at just like I'm bothered by what she did. I wasn't gonna include you in the midst of this because I'm not. Why am I mad at you? It's not you. I wasn't in a relationship with you. But he found himself included because he believed what she told him. Because she didn't want to be. She was like trying to keep loyalty with him too. Yeah. Didn't want him to know that she spent the night with me. Yeah. But let him know Seth just came in here mad. Came inside of my mom's place. It was a fucked up story. But see, that's why I tell people, like, when you sit down and talk, that's why people hated me in school, because, like, you said I said this, you said I said this, you said I did this. Let's all come talk. Because you told them a different story, you told them a different story than you told them. So when we get here, we about to find out y'all all lying. And we want, and as much as I wanted to set that up, and I tried. Bruh. Because to her parents, Go ahead, my bad.
No. Like, no, yeah, you're going on the right track. Go ahead, say what you.
Because to her parents, if I really hit her, why would she tell him that why didn't she tell him that I was at the house?
Right.
Because you're trying to hide something.
Exactly.
And why did you spin the story to him that you didn't tell your parents?
Right.
Because you don't want him to look at you a certain way.
Exactly.
So who's the liar in this? And once you become a liar, that's why I hate the liar word. And I tell the truth as much as possible to people I care about. I'll just omit the truth.
Yeah.
Right. But like,
omit the truth. That's a good one.
yeah, because like I don't know you. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to give out information just because somebody asked for it.
Exactly.
So I could omit, like, there's people. This is how you can deal with certain agencies, right?
Right.
Especially when you're connected or friends with certain people. Like, hey, where were you, such and such, and do you know such and such? The way you answer the question is to answer it, but I'm not giving you the answer you're looking for, and that's fine.
Right.
Some people would take that as lying, but if you do it intentionally, if it's your partner, you don't do that to people you care about. You let them know the truth so they can decide for themselves. Other people, they're trying to get a truth from you so they can indict your character, which I'm not giving you that.
So. Yeah.
But once you become a liar, there's nothing else after that.
Oh, bro, it got ugly, man. That junk got. I was scared for my life. I'm not gonna lie, like, cause it was coming from so many different angles, and I almost had got into, like, me and the dude was going to finally, like, we was about to talk after all of this stuff, cause you did this to my girl. He went on Twitter just talking crazy. And I was like, hey, bro, like,
Did she text you that night she came over?
Did she text me that night?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Because it was like, I don't remember if she did or not.
But I would like, see, I'm one of them, all right? If he would have hopped on my girl and she came to my crib, because now you're dead to me. You are no good for me. Right. So I would have took that message, screenshot it, sent it to him, and be like, she's lying to you, bro.
Oh, yeah, and like, we had that talk. I let him, I was like, bro, she was at my house. Nah, she told me that you pulled up to her place. Like, bro, she was at my crib. And when you text her this morning, baby, I miss you, I read the text message. Yeah. Like, she wasn't, she was asleep. Like, he was just believing everything. I'm like,
bro, you can have her. I'm just trying to let you know.
Exactly. But the thing at this point now, the part that fucked the whole story up is, I hit her. Right? Yeah. Now it's like, niggas want blood, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here I am having to defend myself against motherfuckers for some shit that I don't like hitting people at all. I just don't even like hitting men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. Like, but it's like in that situation, it was fucked, bro. It was bad. So it's like after all of that happened, right? Turns out stuff was going down between her and her friends. So you talking about once you lie, it's over. Yeah. She lost her 3 best friends. I ran into them at Waffle House like months later. So when I ran into them, I was just kind of like, I ain't know how they were looking at me. And so they started they were looking at me like, kind of like, they ain't fucking with me or whatever. I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I finally went to talk. I was like, hey, and they was like, what's up, what you want? I forgot how we started talking when we started talking. And they was like, yeah, we don't fuck with Shorty no more, so-and-so. And they letting me know they don't talk to her anymore or whatever. Yeah. And then we get to talking about the story and the situation. I tell them what happened. Yeah. They was like, we knew something was off with that story. So-and-so, she's such a liar, so-and-so, all this stuff. And then they started going into like the details of stuff she used to be doing. Yeah. And like, I was like, y'all, I was dating her. Like, but they started telling me everything. But see,
a lot of that stuff is rooted in other types of trauma that happened as way before we were even conscious of what was going on. Yeah. So like, that's why a lot of people end up in these situations of people they can easily trick, right? That's why there be girl. I know somebody. I can tell when somebody's like interested, but like I'm gonna let you know, like, cause I see. You need somebody who you can easily fool because you're not willing to be honest. Right. You're not willing to be honest with yourself. So I know you can never be honest with me. So I'm straight. Like I'm very honest with myself. That's why I could like have certain conversations with people. Yeah, this is why I talk loud. This is why I react this way. Even though I'm arguing with you, I'm listening and I'll be able to revisit the conversation later. I'm competitive, bro. Like, so in the heat of the thing, I'm not gonna realize certain things. But after, I want you to know it's not out of malice. We could revisit this conversation, and like I'll probably have more of a level head, or I'll just walk away from the conversation.
Right.
I'm able to let people know because I know myself.
Right.
But people don't know
right.
themselves because they scared to look at it.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's there's this YouTuber. I'll tell people, whatever road you leading down, you gonna find a mirror at the end of that road, and you better be prepared to see what's in that mirror.
Right.
If you judge people on your road, when you get to the end of it, everybody's gonna judge you. Are you really prepared for people to rip apart your words to judge you like you ripped apart everybody else to judge them?
Right. No, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real. And I ain't gonna lie, that's why I pride myself on lifting. Lift everyone, bro. Like everyone. Like I'm the most complimenting ass nigga.
Yeah.
Every time it's just like I like to see. I like to appreciate people intention. Like intentionalism. Like being intentional. Like I appreciate that about people and what they do. Like how they move. Like if I see something, I'm gonna let you know. Like I fuck with that. That's hard. And it's like it's funny. Like I like that talking about that mirror because like now. You know, I mean, I've been sticking with music now for a couple years. You know, I'm down to like, you know, I'm a couple projects in now.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm hearing the same type of stuff that I tell people. It's coming right back. Like it's like here I am like reposting screenshots every day of like people just man keep going. Yeah. I love what you're doing here. The sound is dope. Like you know, content is cool. All that stuff. It feels good, but it's like. You know, I'm trying to make sure other people feel good too. Yeah. You know,
some people they get the misconception of like, your friends got to be your fans. Them is your friends.
Right.
Your fans are gonna. It's a bad word to say, but idolize you in a sense because they don't really know you. They don't know the human you. That's why they're very fickle. Like a news article come out about you. If you really want your friends to be your fans, when a shade room post come out about you, you don't want your friends treating you like they're gonna treat you in them comments. So your friends aren't meant to be your fans.
Oh no, right.
And a lot of people, but like you say, once you stick with it, you'll develop those people who are like. Yo, keep doing good. Your homie might not say it, but I'm here.
Exactly.
If I didn't want you to do good, I wouldn't be around you.
Exactly. Nah, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah. It's just cool to see like the aura matching the intent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just cool to feel it. Like okay, like I've been showing I be showing love. Like I love showing love for real. Like it's like it's so much easier to just to do that. Than to be caught up in like anything else, bro. Like it's just like, okay, like you got it. It's cool. Like I ain't even tripping. Like I'm gonna win. I ain't even worried. Like it's gonna be okay. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't even got to do nothing about it. You good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we'll get it. You can go ahead and get your mic back. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been over there doing mommy things. You know what I'm saying? How is it having children, bro? Between y'all.
It's man, you go ahead. You want to start off?
Yeah, I want to go first. Sorry that I've been having to run after kids the whole interview. But I tell people it's like having a circus and an orchestra. Like it's like sometimes it is just chaos. Like it's crazy, and then sometimes it's like, oh, we're having such a nice moment. Like this is great. So it's I would say that's how I would describe it. I would say personally, it's been a big adjustment for me. Like I thought, oh, I'm going to have a child in like, you know, a few months. I'll get it together and stuff.
No.
This girl's 3 years old and he's 1. And it's like, it's a challenge every day. Like it's something new. Like she does something new. He'll do something new or, you know, a different scenario will pop up and I'm like, oh shoot. Like it's like I gotta stay on my toes because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's so unpredictable. But I will say that the benefit of it is the love for sure. You know, like I remember when I was single and I was just lonely, like for real. Like that's the truth. And I would pray to God, like I would cry sometimes. Because I was like going out is cool, you know, being in the streets and, you know, hanging out with your friends. that's cool. But I was like, damn, I just want a family. Like, I just want a man and like some kids, like to just kick it with all the time. Like, you know. So I'm grateful, but this is something me and Seth been talking about lately. Is like just having that time to yourself too. Yeah. Because as a mom, like, I know for me, I feel like I wake up and I'm like, all right, I got to put everybody else before me. Like, I think about them before I think about myself. Yeah. And then some days it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even do nothing for myself. Yeah. But it's like something that I got to work on. It's like, okay, let me just take 30 minutes or an hour out of this day just for Sade so that, like, I can show up better for them. Yeah. I think that's where, like, the give and take comes from. Like, I don't think every relationship dynamic has to be like guy creates financial wealth, woman creates the home. Like, it's to what you're best suited for. But like where it comes into a unity is like the same amount of effort that y'all may put into whoever's project is bringing the finances in. That person, it doesn't have, like, everything don't got to be 50-50. The art might be 85-15. And that way the parenting could be 85-15. But at the end of the day, both of these two pillars are things we need in our family. We need our future and we need our finances, right? And I think that's where a lot of people get misconstrued. Like, a lot of guys, especially like what I see like on the internet, they'll say like, I need to go to work, come home, and you take care of me as a child. But like fix my food, wash my, like, why would you put that because you want her participating in your, like, your thing. Like, so I do YouTube. If I had a girl to cut up my YouTube clips, what are we doing? Like, you cut up my clips, because when you get so in depth into a certain thing, it could become overwhelming. So like, you wake up and you think about the kids before yourself. You just need that 15 minutes or whatever. Sometimes, like, I need that thing away from my business, which is like my child right now. It's the only child I have, right? I need time away from that for you to nurture it. You nurture it. It don't got to be the same hours I put in. Just nurture it for a minute. And I think that's how the give and take of relationships is supposed to work. But like, you know, but you can give your side on the parenting thing.
Oh yeah, it's great, man. I mean, it's sometimes it's like for the most part it's great. Yeah. For the most part it's great. Sometimes it has these moments where it's just like it could feel overwhelming just because, you know,
everything's so new at that moment.
And it's quick. Yeah. It's quick. Like, you trying to take a nap and it's like one kid might be asleep, next kid might pop up. One kid's on your back, one kid wants something, next one wants this, the other one wants, it's like, but for the most part though, it's great, man. It's like, I tell people all the time, like, God gives people kids when they need them. Yeah. It's not about being ready. It's not about just wanting kids. I just need, it's like when you need them, they'll pop up just as anything else. Like, anything else you might have, it might come to you when you need it. And like when Skylar came into our life, I have to feel like Sade and I both needed Skylar. Yeah. We both really did. Like, cause Sade and I came together in such a weird way, but it's like, I feel like it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both need, like, I feel like God gave us both kids. Like, Sade, you need a kid. Seth, you need a kid. Yeah. We you know, change the focus. Cause I feel like, you know, even like how Sade and I met before we had kids, like, both of us were like completely different people, completely different, and the kids kind of like molded us. I always tell people, my daughter, what's up, bro? Good. My daughter, she helped me change my environment. Yeah, like I had to switch up my environment. Yeah, just, you know, just for her. It's like, I got a little girl, can't just be having any and everybody popping around. Need to just clean it up, you know. Get into a space, get some form of a home. You know what I'm saying? Then with with our son, he made me no, sir, come here, big dog. So sir made me like adjust myself. Yeah, like, he really made me like clean me up as a person, because it's like, he and I have the same distance of age in between me and my father, and like, my father's like, my superhero. That's
Yeah.
my boy. Like I look up to him so much, and a lot of traits, good or bad, like I tend to have picked up, and you know, and I just like as I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure it's like I know, like it's different. Like you know, like I know that he's gonna look to me, or might if I'm blessed enough that he looks to me as someone that he, you know, admires, and I want to do everything I can to make sure that I'm providing the best like
environment for that to grow.
Yeah, you know, and just like and focus, and like that I'm focused on the things that are important. And I mean, the one thing that is beautiful about it, like I feel like we raise our kids very, very freely, very open, like just let them be themselves, and I think it's great that they get to see us operating in a way where it's like we really just me and Sade, we really are a team. We really got a true partnership going on here. It's not a superficial relationship or I just love you. I love her, of course. I love you, Sade. You know I do. But it's not all about all the lovey-dovey and it's not all about that. It's like we really on a mission and I feel like we a good unit. I like it. They fun to be around. Like I always tell people, man, my kid's cool. Like I like hanging out with them. They cool.
I think like, and that's the other part of I guess that's the analogy I could make back to what I said before is like I think you have to work on creating an environment and also nurturing the plant, right? So I think some people just have things so, because really what people want is for everybody to water them because they feel like they dying inside. So they're looking for, so they're looking for like people to water them. Like, but when you have kids, it kind of turns your perspective. And some people never let go of that ideology. Like I need to be watered. I don't get. That's how you get people in these toxic like scenarios where they use it as a means to an end. Like my child is a means to make you take care of me. I feel like that's like a bad space to be in, you know?
Yeah, no, seriously, man. Like you hit the nail on the head with that one because having kids makes you realize. Two, it shows you a lot about yourself too. Like you learn so much from watching a child who has no ideas or concepts of anything. They're literally just going off of nature. They are literally living based off of nature. They cry for what they want. The only thing that you find out what's important to them, and it lets you know as a human, like, why am I giving so much credit to these other things? It's like you could really learn a lot from just babies, like kids, because it's like their life is so simple, and
but people love kids because they see somebody who's actually looking to understand. Right?
And living the life that they want to live, and they do not care. Like my kids do not care about no one else, and I'll be honest with you, it's like and when I say they don't care about anyone else, they don't look to anyone else to figure out how they gonna do what they want to do. If they want to care about anyone else, they doing it because they want to, and they don't care if they don't care if you like the fact that they caring about someone else or not.
Don't touch this one, all right?
What's that?
No, that's just the electric cord to the camera.
Oh yeah, no, sir, stay on this side, brother. All right, Skylar, sir, y'all stay over here, okay?
Come here.
Y'all stay over here. Sir, come here. Sir.
Over there? The washing machine?
They ain't got too comfortable, boy. They ain't got too comfortable. Sir, come here.
I'll look at it later.
Come here. But see, this is what I'm talking about, though. They, like, when they want to do whatever it's like, it's inspiring. It's inspiring because and do you see more people in the world, more adults doing stuff because they feel like they have to, or they feel obligated to, more than you see people doing stuff because they just want to do it. You know, and it keeps that encouraged in me.
You know what that is though? Consumerism.
Yeah.
People think they have to have everything. I like if you think back to your kid when you was a kid, because that's why people have midlife crisis. It's not really a crisis. It's really, J. Cole had a famous line. He said, "Good thing is, nigga, you came a long way. Bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way." Yeah. Everybody's trying to grow up. Just be you. You was you when you didn't know nothing.
Exactly.
Right? So you think that's why a lot of the guys who used to play with Hot Wheels, they go buy Ferraris. It's just a bigger version of the kid toy they had. They're not. It's not them trying to be a kid. It's them understanding like all of this money wasn't really worth anything. Like, because it didn't make me happier. People thought you could buy your happiness, where money is there for you to. It's a tool, just like everything else.
Right.
So it'll help you survive. But that's all it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like I used to sit and watch documentaries all day in the house. Why do I need to make $500,000 a year?
Right.
Why?
Right.
And if I have a girl who thinks I need to make $500, guess what? You're not for me.
No,
right?
facts.
And people want to take people and make them, oh, you look attractive, so I'm gonna try to turn you into who I want you to be. It's not. I'm not changing nobody.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just change my environment.
Right.
That's
it. Right. Nah, straight up, bro. Straight up. Yeah. Seriously, because that's real shit, bro. Yeah. That's real, because and that's the part too, is like that's what gives us the option, it gives us the opportunity to raise them freely, is because just because our income increases doesn't mean that we need to live up to the neck of it, because then that takes away from our time.
Exactly.
Now we're spending so much time making money. Yeah. And as you said, we don't need to spend so much time making money, because making money, success isn't the result of making money. Making money is the result of success.
And success takes time.
Exactly.
That's why people who are really rich, they don't have to work. Because if you put your money in the right place to keep it in a certain place, it's going to grow over time anyway. And as long as you do the right thing yesterday, especially if you're an artist, if you do the right thing, eventually the traction of your art is going to grow. And but you have to just wait. So instead of you trying to, oh dang, I made 5 bands last month, I made 6 bands this month, how could I spend the extra 6 bands? Just live off the 5 bands because you was happy. Right. Next thing you know, you're gonna be you'll have money to like, oh, let me go try this, because that's what you used to spend your money for, to try new things for your art, right? So maybe like, let's go to LA. They got this party with this artist I know. Let's fly out there and do it. Now you got 6 or 7 months of you saving the extra $1,700, $2,800, all of that. Now you're looking at this trip to LA and you're saying like, all right, the tickets are $1,000. You know, the hotel gonna be $1,000. We'll spend the 2 bands. Right. It's not that as big of a decision as if you spent all your money every month.
Exactly.
Just live the life that you like as you're going, and you'll be straight.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, no, that's it, man. We got our life. We know where it's at, kind of like how we like it right now, and like I really believe in taking steps up in time, in the right time too. Just because we get more, we ain't got to do more. Yeah, we ain't got to do more. We just have more. Yeah, it's okay. Let's save it for when we're ready to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really believe in spending money on like experiences and processes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like assets to help develop processes. Like,
bro, I have money coming out my account to go into my savings in crypto every day.
Yeah.
Just so you good? I like, just because like, I be trying to tell people, just stop trying to spend to be around people you don't even like. Right. I go out now and I be like, yo, I'm going home. Like, because I came here don't mean I gotta stay here, bro. I'm like, I'm straight on this. Yeah. I went to a party this weekend. I got in there. My homie Broadband got in there. I know he liked to drink, mingle with girls and stuff like that. That's not me. So like, I walked in there. I said, all right, let me give it a second. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm about to head back to the crib, bro. I was in there for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure. That's real shit, though. That's real. Like, I mean, literally, like, even me showing up to the club, I was literally dead ass in the club. My homie, we got a bottle and stuff like that. We in there in our little section. And my homie, I look at him. I kind of had my head down, and I was like, bro, something has to happen. Like, this needs to be made worth it. Like, something needs to pop. He's like, what you talking about, bro? Like, we got the bottle. This nigga, that's not enough for me. Yeah. Like, I don't want to really be here. Yeah. I need this to
get somewhere.
Something has to happen. And I literally said a quick little prayer. I said, close my eyes. I was in the club, bro. Yeah. I'm in the club sitting there, I'm like, boom, probably like 15, 20 minutes later, DJ, my homie who DJ, he came back in, stopped everything, stopped it all, shouted me out, played the song whole way through. Most DJs gonna play a verse and a hook, play the thing whole way through, right? And it was perfect. It ended up working out perfect. But I would not have been happy. Yeah. Had it not done something for me in the moment for me to be in there. Yeah. Like it's like I wasn't gonna be getting anything out of it at that point. Just being there, just being in the clubs, just wouldn't have done it for me.
That's why Drake said, "I'm just here making all the music that they party to." So party on all night. Yeah. Because bro, like really, all you need, I'm telling you, bro, and like this is why Black women are superheroes, bro. They the real superheroes. Cause like, bro, they see everything. The person in the back of the pack. That's not to say society has tried to make it that way, right? That's not that. That's what I believe should be. But the people at the back see everything, right? So they see everything. They know who needs to listen to this, bro. Get you like a team of. You could be in the crib making music all day. If you got a contact list full of women, a relationship, but you know what I'm saying?
No, but that's the beautiful thing about. She's a real one. Yeah. We moving for the mission. Yeah. So yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah.
But like, just give them access, right?
Sir.
Let them know like, yo, here's this unreleased song. Go ahead, start making TikToks to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it, blah, blah, blah. That way they feel like they getting something, you know what I'm saying? And that way it works for everybody. Smart. So if I can give you early access to information that's coming out or early access to art that's coming out and you could center your platform, the bigger I grow, the bigger you grow. It's an exchange of everything.
Of course.
And like they just, bro, Black women be lit, bro. They just be chilling. They just be chilling.
They wait for something to do.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm living my best life. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some stuff to help y'all's life become a little bit better. That's it.
Exactly. They want. It's like my homie told me, like it's like, man, at shows when you performing, people are here for a show. Yeah. They want to do something. Just make them do shit. Tell them to do something. They gonna do it. They're here for that already. They already fuck with you.
Post them on your IG. Do something, bro. People feel like, you know, like people feel like, dang, okay, because obviously you don't post everybody else. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, you in the club, oh, your song come on, then shout out, blah, blah. Hey, here, tag yourself. You know what I'm saying? That way they get because that's why. Shout out Drake, bro. Or no, Kendrick said it. The girls be the tastemaker for the stuff we making, right? Right. Because like they're going to take your voice and amplify it in ways that you didn't even think of, and that's just who they are. Right. They're being them. Let them be them. Yeah.
they legitly are.
For real.
Like, if we talking about, you know, bearing fruit, like, yeah, they do that. They multiply for real. You know what I'm saying? Like that's facts.
That's why I be team women all the time, bro. I don't care. Like, but the reason I said that is because like them thirsty dudes, like some girls just like attention when they get on the internet. I just use it so I get a little attention and I go back to living my life. I'm gonna go back to my real man after all these 30 dudes slid in my DMs because I posted a Justin LeBoy meme. Right. I'm going back to my man, bro. Right. So like when you tag them, it's even dudes who hit me up be like, yo, every time you post me on your story, bro, I get like 10 followers. Some people really like, yeah. I'm like, all right, like if that's what you like, I'll put you on my story. Who cares? Like it's not but people like, nah, this I want all the fame. I don't want nobody else looking at nobody else that's around me but me. Right. It's when people get into those when people get into those mindsets, like that's why they stunt their own growth. When you help everybody around you, you're gonna get bigger.
Facts. That's
You
the name
unscrew
of it.
light bulbs, you're gonna realize
That's
when
the
you're the
name.
last light in this room, it's not as bright as you thought it was.
Right.
But if you screw in everybody's light bulb, then the room you're gonna be in is lit. And if you're
Promise.
really that guy, you're just gonna be the lightest one.
Facts.
So
Facts, bro.
yeah,
I always tell people, man, make it work for you.
facts.
If I'm doing something, if you're doing something with me, make sure it work for you.
Yeah,
Please. And if you need to, let me know what I could do to make it work for you.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like we in this thing together. Like I want this to benefit you, and I want it to be. It's going to benefit me. I know it will, because I'm touching it. I'm a part of it. It has to. It will. Like I trust that everything I do is going to benefit me in some way, shape, or form. I just hope that it benefits you, and I hope I can find a way to make it do so.
and I be feeling bad though, because like the truth is gonna come to light. All right. And there's a lot of people who try to erase me from their history. Like, if you look at the beginning of a lot of people's, I don't want to say a lot of people, but like people who I consider my friends at one point, when you look at the beginning of their trajectory into getting out of the cycle of society of like work or even having more money, you'll find me at the beginning of them breaking the cycle they were stuck in. And a lot of people, they try to erase that. But what's going to happen is, when everybody goes back and tracks your thing back, and then they see where I am, and it's not like a slight or like a I want you to do bad. It's character. Your character is gonna. I see your character. That's why I moved away from you.
Right.
And your character is gonna take you so far, and people are gonna track it back to say, I don't have to tell people what you did to me. Right. Because when they go look back through my history, I'm not deleting you out my history. So people are gonna look back like, why he fell off with this person? Why he fell off with that person? Why this person not in his life no more? Then they go look through your story. They're gonna be like, all right, well, we know him. What's up with you? Like, so I don't really be tripping that heavy on like stuff like that.
Right.
That's why I just tell people, do the right thing, bro. The world is so much smaller than you think it is, but it's so much bigger than you think it is too.
Right.
At the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's real, man.
I wanted to chime in.
Go ahead.
As you were talking about that, I was thinking about some of the friendships that I've had and like just situations that have happened in the past. And wow. Okay. So piggybacking off what you said, I've had a few like falling outs with friends, or we just kind of go our separate ways. But
where your one friend? Where Adrian at? No, I'm joking.
Where my
Go
friend Adrian?
Go ahead. No, continue.
Bro, everybody like everybody love Adrian,
right now.
Right.
She hot on the. Everybody coming.
Yes. Yes, we went out Wednesday, and bruh,
my homies was just
everybody wanted to talk to her. I was like, this is crazy. But I think she's still single though. But anyways,
interesting.
He said interesting.
I'll be trolling, bro. I don't really care about women.
No, you're good. It's a massager, Skylar.
So you
sorry. So I was saying, like, I've fallen out with friends or just had situations where we just kind of grow apart or we go our different ways. But I think it's not. Skylar, please.
She's good.
It's not an excuse, but it's like, I think that people need to consider, like, when people are going through things. Like, one of my friends fell out with me because I was going through my stuff. She was going through things too, but like I wasn't there for her. I really wasn't, honestly. And I didn't have the capacity to do that. So like, she just made it seem like I was this terrible person and just stopped being my friends. I have been friends with her for years. And then I've had other friends where it's like, now I have a family and they just don't really talk to me anymore. So.
That's why I say, like, love, like the loved ones, right? People confuse loved ones with family. It's not the same. Like, loved ones is like people who seek understanding in you, right? So if I'm going through something and you're going through something, I'm going to understand that you could be going through something. That's why people talk, right? Like, bro, I ain't going to lie, like, but it's when people let their burdens, because I know me, I'm going to try my best to not let my burdens or my inept abilities in certain areas mentally or emotionally fall on other people. without letting them know why, right? So if I'm mad, if something's bothering you could, and that's where body language comes in, but people have to see each other to notice, right? When body language comes in, and you can see like when people start talking and I'll like look to the side and I'm not engaging in conversations, clearly what I'm telling you is there's something else there. But some people ignore that. Because people have been fed this idea of closed mouths don't get fed. That's not good. People don't treat people like that. You don't feed people based on whether they ask you or not. Those are people who will want power, right? I say my name and I'll give it to you, right? That's not how you should treat people. Sometimes you straight. Those are the people you actually need to check on.
I think he has something.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes it's those people. But that's the reason why a lot of people like lose their friendships, especially when I come around, is because like I'm gonna read that. I'm not gonna just throw you to the back. So with your friend, like
sir,
don't do those.
Sir.
Don't touch that. No.
Don't touch
You can
it.
play with this though. So what the fuck was I just saying? So like I don't think sometimes it's just a conversation to let her know like, yo, I know we fell out, you know what I'm saying, but I just want you to know like this is what I was going through at that point in time. It's not that we weren't friends, it's just I didn't have the ability to you know what I'm saying at that time. But there's sometimes
I think this particular friend I've apologized several times. I kept trying. Like even Seth was like, "Yo, like just stop texting the girl." Like it was to that point where it was sad. Where, you know, it's really I'm trying and she's been over it. She's been done.
But that's the thing. She didn't try to understand your side. So it's actually good that you're gone.
Facts.
Like sometimes you gotta be okay with like people who is your ace boon coon down, locked down at one day. Like you can be like we're not enemies, but like I just can't mess with you no more because of who you are, and that's fine.
Right.
You got to stand on who you are, not me. Like, so if I did my best, that's why I never advise people going tit for tat cheating in relationships. You do your best when you're around people until you realize you don't want to do your best. And when you decide not to do your best, just remove yourself.
I had this weird, this weird way of like, there's this girl I used to date, and we were like trying to, and we were like, I was trying to get back with her. And when I was talking to her, I let her know I love her, right? And she's like, why you keep telling me you love me? I was like, I'm going to keep telling you I love you until I get tired of telling you I love you.
Because that's who you want to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so eventually, because when I would try to stop and force myself, but it's like, I do love this girl still. Yeah. So I'm going to tell her I love her. And she's like, stop telling me you love me. I'm like, I can't stop telling you I love you. But eventually I'll get tired of it. Like, that's on my mind. And eventually I did. Eventually I felt like there was no benefit. I think that love that I was feeling, that I was trying to give, has evaporated, has realized that, like, I think over time it's just kind of like, you know, I think I am out of love with her. But I had to allow myself to run out of love. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, sometimes you just got to run the course of, like, the course of the relationship. Because I'm the type of dude, like, I want us to cook together. I want us to sit and pause TV and talk about what we just watched. And I want to, like, you need lotion on your back. Yeah, that's the type of relationship I want to be in. So if you can't be that, and that's not, I don't only want to do it to you. I want it to be a reciprocated cycle of us nurturing each other's space, right? And if I can't be that, I'm gonna eventually become a person that you don't want to be with, because that's the energy I'm putting. And once I don't receive it enough, then I'm gonna eventually, just like any other plant, you stop watering it in a way that it needs to be watered. You can't give every plant a drop of water. Some plants, like cactuses, don't need as much water as other plants.
Right.
Some plants don't even grow. You gotta water them for years before they even start to grow.
Right.
Like, you have to know the plant that you're growing. And if I just won't grow the way you want me to grow. You seen the opportunity in what, like, the seed looked like. You seen this seed. This seed is supposed to net you this tree. You seen that, and you wanted to water it the way you wanted to instead of the way it needed to be watered.
Right.
Yeah.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
They funny.
Yeah, true. All right, Skylar, I got some questions for you. All right, you ready? How now you don't want to get on the camera? It's your turn. Skylar, how old are you?
Skybub, come on, girl.
3.
3? What you want to do when you get older?
I want to sing a song.
You want to sing songs? What kind of songs you want to sing?
Elsa.
Elsa? You like Frozen? You try sing it for me.
Sing Let It Go, baby.
Let it go, let it go. And I hope I did more.
Okay. Who's your favorite character in Frozen?
Elsa.
Elsa? Why is she your favorite character?
Because she had magic.
She had magic? Okay. What other cartoons do you like?
I like to watch
Which one?
Cocomelon.
Cocomelon? Who's the characters in Cocomelon?
He is small like my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
His name, JJ.
Yeah.
Do you like to play video games? What game?
Frozen game.
There's a Frozen game? Is it on like the phone?
Yeah. It's on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like paint and then this, the plastic.
Plastic?
What about the game that you play with Daddy in the living room?
Sonic.
Sonic? You like Sonic?
Yeah.
Do you know other characters in Sonic or you just know Sonic?
I know 7 else characters.
You said what?
I say 7 else characters.
Okay.
What about the red one?
You know the red one's name in Sonic?
The red one is not Sonic.
No, do you know his name?
His name is Knuckles.
Knuckles. You know the yellow one's name?
I don't know.
You know Tails?
Tails.
Yeah, Tails.
My brother laughing at me.
He's laughing at you? How does it feel to have a brother?
I'm good.
Good. What do you like about having a brother?
He played with me and he marched at the playground.
They march at the playground? Okay. Do you like being the oldest? Why?
Cause I'm this a girl. Cause my brother is mean to me.
How's he mean to you? I thought he was your friend.
He's mean to me.
How?
Every day he pissed me.
He pushes you?
No, he pissed me.
Oh, pinched you. Did you tell him it hurts? What does he say?
He say, Skylar, stop playing with your toys, and he pissed me.
Does he have the same amount of toys as you though? Oh. Why do you think he wants to play with your toys?
Cause he said and I told my brother, I told you about my brothers being mean to me.
Why do you think he wants to play with your toys though?
Cause he just don't listen to me, and I say, brother, stop playing with my toys.
You think he wants to be like you because you're older? So he probably just wants to play with you.
I'm 3 because I can turn into this.
You're turning to 4. When's your birthday?
November 2nd.
November 2nd. You know what year you were born? What year were you born in? You know what year it is now? What year is it?
I don't know.
It's 2022.
2022.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What questions do you have for your parents? What questions you want to hear them answer?
I want to hear them answer, like go in the room and then go to sleep.
No. You have to ask them a question. Ask them a question.
Mommy,
Yes.
do you know about the question I'm gonna say?
What's the question?
What do you want to know, Skylar?
Yeah, ask us anything.
What do you want to know, Skylar?
I want to know that you're gonna lay down with me.
That's a negative. You will sleep by yourself.
No, I want you to lay down with me.
Whoa.
Skylar, can you calm down? Because, I always lay down with you.
Your mommy gonna lay down with you.
I lay down with you, but then I sneak out the bed when you go to sleep.
Your bed too small for me.
I just roll
Did
right
you know
out
that?
and I go back into our room.
Well,
You
I'll
a
sleep.
big
I'll
girl-
sleep.
you a
I'll
big
sleep.
girl
I'll sleep with.
now.
I'll sleep with you tonight if we sleep at Meemaw house. If we sleep at Meemaw house, then we'll sleep. We'll sleep with each other tonight. Okay?
On the floor?
on the blower mattress.
One of the questions Skylar asked me earlier, she was looking at pictures of me when I was pregnant, and she was like, "How did I get out of your body?" And I was wondering if y'all could help me.
Explain that.
Yeah.
Sky.
Come here, Skylar.
Skylar, she pushed you out.
You gotta I think. Do you know how plants work? How,
That what you get, mommy?
Sir.
What you get?
For what?
what did your mom do?
I didn't deserve that.
Sir.
That what you get for talking
No.
with me?
Stop it.
Dang.
All right,
What's your
Doing me
reason?
dirty today.
Why you do that?
Plants grow
you know where they start from though?
yeah,
Where they start from?
from the dirt.
Yeah, but what's in the dirt to make them grow? Do you know?
So I beat up Granny plants, and it got off,
Mm-hmm.
and it dropped in the ground.
So you gotta go to the store and you can get seeds. You know, like in an apple, there's a seed. That's how like babies are inside their mom. Then they grow, and they eventually come out the dirt and they're plants.
How that happened? I see that baby
Yeah, there's a baby right there.
Yup.
in the apple.
Too funny.
Hey, that's the best explanation I know how to give. But when you go to school, they'll teach you. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, thank you, because I was like, how am I about to tell her about,
I want the questions again.
all right. So what question you want?
All right, ask us another question and be gentle with it.
I either play with my friend Callie every day when she come at Granny house.
Okay. What's the question though?
My brother
Sir,
always share
no.
with him toys.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite food? Don't wrap the cord like that.
Strawberries.
Strawberries your favorite food?
Yeah.
You like pizza? What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Cheese.
Cheese pizza. Okay. Never mind. Let me not ask that question. But y'all can go ahead and let us know where they can find y'all and stuff. I'll let y'all get out of here.
Oh, okay. It's my turn.
No, I want to do it.
All right, let them know.
All right, hold the mic to her so she can say it.
Doesn't have IG.
Oh, say your do you know your Instagram?
Say, look at the camera. Look at the camera right there. Say, my name is Skylar,
My name is Skylar,
and you can find me.
and I can find you.
No, say, just repeat what I'm saying. Say, you can find me. Say, you. Just say what I'm saying. You can find me
Sir.
You can find
Sir.
me
on Instagram
and Instagram
At
home.
at feels. Say feels.
It feels
Like
like Skylar.
Okay. Now it's my turn.
No, I want to do it by myself.
Yeah, you can use his.
By yourself.
I'm Sade, and you can find me on Instagram at feels like Sade. That's FEEL.
F-R.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me start over. FEELSLIKESADE.
Hey, y'all can find me at on Instagram and Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube at HeyStax. That's HeyStax. And make sure you go download A Beautiful Way to Let Go. Listen to that thing. It's popping.
For sure. Well, I'll link all that down below. We're going to run this back. You know what I'm saying? Kidless next time.
Kidless.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Kid free zone.
So,
Facts.
guys,
But,
I'm gonna ask my question again.
Well, you'll ask us in the car.
all right. Can you tell them to like the video? Say like the video.
Go here by the camera. Say like the video.
Like the video.
You got to say it into the mic.
Say it right here, like this.
Like the video. Comment.
And subscribe. Ooh, down below. Okay. Say subscribe to the channel.
Say it in the mic.
Subscribe to the channel.
And we'll see you next time.
And we see you next time.
Peace.